See,
You're
look
not
at
in
this.
any
No
danger.
sidewalks? What the fuck?
You're
I
not in
thought
any danger.
Isn't
Come on.
Indi-
Wait,
I'm
you've
gonna-
been.
Dude, the
Hold up,
biker
you-
lane is dirt?
Huh?
What the fuck?
Wait, Conceited. Wait,
That's
have you
funny.
never been to Long Island before? Like, that shit doesn't have
Yeah.
any sidewalks either.
Nah.
I've
Well, I
never
mean,
walked
there's some
around.
sidewalks where I'm like at my college, but like, it ends at some point.
I think you'll
And
be fine.
everyone
Conceited.
realized-
As long as somebody doesn't swerve right into you, you'll be alright.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was no
a
shoulder
good
right here,
thing
but
I
do
would
feel
suggest
kind of
you to-
weird with my like luggage going down the street right now.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
do look really like a foreigner. You look really awkward like that.
Oh, yeah.
The good thing I would suggest you to do is like probably walk against the flow of
Yeah.
traffic, so that you can see like cars coming at you instead of like you getting backsided.
This is
You know.
welcome
you know
to
what I mean.
Indianapolis.
Wait, are you gonna watch the Indy? Are you gonna watch the Indy 500, bro?
No.
Oh, you're such a fag.
No. Fuck. That's like the best NASCAR race.
How is there nobody at this Taco Bell?
Dude, Taco Bell's the best. I'd go for some Taco Bell.
Man, those
Oh, don't say
right,
that.
Don't tell Blitz.
those fucking $5 boxes fucking hit, man.
So
Add
what are you
that
talking
with
about, Sanders? Aren't you the one that doesn't like Taco Bell? I thought you liked Del Taco.
yeah, you're
Yeah, you're from
but
California.
Don't tell Blitz, because then his ego will get too high and he'll start talking
Oh,
about Taco
And he
Bell.
starts fucking stroking his nuts and dick to fucking Taco Bell. Yeah.
Hey, Sal, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
You're
Uh,
close?
my girlfriend's on
Oh,
her
okay.
phone, and her mic's not working.
Oh,
What
okay,
happened?
cool.
I couldn't hear you.
I said my girlfriend's on her phone, but her mic's not working.
Oh,
Oh,
so
I know how to fix that.
Yeah.
yeah, you literally just click on the game room thing. It's probably just the fucking things like selected wrong.
You gotta like,
Sanders could probably explain it better.
yeah, you gotta explain it
because
like step by
I figured
step.
out because it usually does that to me.
Like a really
Then
bad
you can see
area,
they'll tell you how to
Taco
do it,
Bell
but
lobby's
it's-
closed. They only take
I don't
drive-through orders right
I
now.
don't think it matters. As long as you know the answer. Go ahead, Sanders. Yeah, buddy. Say it.
our house in
know what?
the
I think
middle.
it's-
He went muted. What the fuck?
Sanders, you muted your own self. That's not the right one that you're supposed to.
I think we're just gonna do
You're
Uber
so,
Eats.
you're
I
so-
know.
I know you're just checking on your phone. I'm just fucking with you.
No,
I don't
I'm
know how I'm
trying
gonna
to.
get.
I'm just trying to make sure it's actually the way I remember it is.
Yeah, it's you select it differently on the phone. That's all I remember. It's like you click on the voice room that you're in, and then it pops up like a whole like list of shit you can click on.
I don't know about going across this freeway over here. I don't because there's no sidewalk again. Like, how am I gonna? Like, I don't think it's safe
Okay.
to take a shoulder.
Just
Over
like
the
look
intersection.
left and look right, and then just fucking hightail it across, right?
I just feel weird. Like, there's no sidewalk, so like I'm just gonna be
Dude,
on the shoulder
telling you.
going across
Just
the intersection.
One of the number one
highway
rules
exit.
I figured you probably noticed is you gotta walk like you live there. you gotta walk like you do this shit all the time.
Okay, then I'll just drive because I don't ever walk anywhere.
I mean, the thing
That's
is,
true.
the
Okay.
I
thing
just changed.
is, Indy is so probably so car dependent that he would just stick out
Well, I mean,
anyways.
he literally lives in a truck when he's on his job, so I'm not surprised.
But then what happened to his truck though? Why can't you just drive the
He
truck?
probably parked
put my
it at
truck
like
in the
a
shop.
lot. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, what happened?
Well, my air conditioning went out. Remember, it was
He's
really
getting
hot
a paint
yesterday,
job.
so I had no AC. My EPU was not putting out cold air conditioning,
Oh.
so
Oh,
I
yeah,
put
yeah,
it in the
yeah, you
shop.
told me that. Yeah.
And then there was a couple other things that I've been noticing that, like when I use the clutch brake, it won't go into first gear unless I let up on the clutch brake a little bit, so, and then it also like grinds a little bit. I've noticed, so I'm not sure if it has like a clutch cable or if it's hydraulic, but it almost seems as if like if it's cable, it almost seems like the cable's stretched or something. I don't know. It almost
Yeah,
seems like it's cable. I didn't
Yeah,
look at it because I just paid.
Yeah.
I paid the warranty already, so there's no point in trying to fix it.
Yeah, more often than not, that's the cable's usually the problem for the clutch having the problems engaging
that's
and
what it seems
disengaging
like.
like that. This is
And
because
then
yeah.
the other issue was the Oh, when I bought the truck, it has like kind of like a weird idle where it's like fluctuates a little bit. It sounds like it's vacuuming air. Like I can hear it sucking air like right out the air compressor. And I think the air compressor is like gear driven, so I don't know if it almost seems like it's the seal's leaking a little bit. So I went to Love's, but they don't work on the EPUs, the factory ones. So then I had to go to the Freightliner dealership. But it's 24 hours, so I'm hoping it shouldn't be too bad.
Good for them. Oh yeah, I low-key forgot like how the dealers the service or the truck service, some truck service stops are like 24/7.
Yeah,
It's like pretty
it depends
convenient.
where you go. Because
What if they
it was either between this one or there was another one I was gonna go to, but this one's 24 hours. Even though it's in Indianapolis, the other one was like less busy. But I think this one will be faster because they said they'll probably get it in tonight to look at it and see what parts they need.
Alright, nice. So I guess the only bottleneck is literally how fast the parts are gonna ship if they need to replace. Well, I mean they probably have to
Yeah.
replace something.
There's a part shortage right now for truck parts, so that would be the main issue. There's no longer like the inventory has come up a little bit because I've been noticing that the dealers have like new trucks, but I hear there's a part shortage now still, so we'll see.
Yeah, I guess that's the automotive industry in general, though. I was like, yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah,
I'm live.
updating my truck.
Oh, what?
I said I'm live.
You're
And
live.
Lizzie.
I'm live. Yeah.
What do you mean you're live?
I text Zion, I'm like, do you want to do the podcast? And he's like, when more people show up.
Why didn't you ask me? Why'd you ask me as well, bro?
Actually, funny enough, you did. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't text your boyfriend.
For $5 more, I can upgrade my ride and save 6 minutes. No, thank you.
It's $1 a minute. Hookers don't even charge that much.
Minute. Shoot,
Yeah.
that's how much I get paid to drive a semi truck. I ain't paying this guy $1 a minute.
Dude.
Lyft. Wait, are you Lyft or Uber?
I use the cheapest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not dedicated to either. I pull them both up and then I check both prices and then I pick the cheapest one.
I do that too back when I used to live with my parents, but now I'm poor as shit, so.
Now you just drive your Subarus?
My what?
Your Subarus?
Yeah. I would have posted a picture of my fucking work shoes. They're like, the soles are about to fall out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, Blitz is so funny. He was asking me, like, what's the best kind of landscaping shoes to get? And I'm like, honestly, you don't do a ton of landscaping. I would just recommend you getting something comfortable, like some nice, comfortable Nikes. And he was like, oh, but what about these boots and stuff? He, like, wants to get the best of everything.
Yeah.
It's funny.
He wants to be a Mexican.
Yeah, I'm, like, telling him, I was like, I've used, like, some of the best boots, and, like, they don't last much longer than like sneakers, it seems like, anymore.
Yeah, my first pair of steel-toe work boots was actually my dad's old pair of Caterpillars. And
I had a pair of Caterpillars.
I still have them.
I just bought myself Caterpillars like last year.
But I got Caterpillar work shoes, and the fucking coolant is eating the fucking threads out of them. They're falling apart already. So I was like,
they don't make them how they used to, I noticed. Like,
no. No, I literally had a pair from like the 1980s. And they were great.
Okay, probably use like some sort of composite that's much more susceptible to corrosion nowadays. Probably for ease of manufacturability or probably manufacturing saving costs or whatever.
Because it's like busted back in because his tank was on the wrong side, and then this other guy just drove around him and parked right there at the gas pumps. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Damn.
That's what's nice about the truck stuff. There's only you only pull in one way because the tank's on both sides. So there's no like nobody can take your spot or anything.
Yeah, and you get like 20-foot gas hoses too, right?
Well, they're not too short and they're not too long anymore because they're on both sides now. They used to think they used to have to fill it with one, but they're not. Yeah, they're not. Some of them like are so short, like at Love's. They're really short. Like sometimes you'll park, like if the pumps are offset.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll park too much forward and you can only get one in the tank. You have to like back the truck up or pull it forward a little bit.
Huh.
They probably just got cheaper with the hoses because yeah, some of them are a little short.
I'm surprised they don't have like a long tube that leads to like each side. So then whichever side you park on, you can just fill it. But I guess you have to see like how much gas you put in each one.
Well, you just fill them both at the same time.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you just I just put the driver's side in first and then go to the passenger side and put it in. And then fill it up.
Yeah, do you know the, did you ever see Cannonball Run?
What is it?
Cannonball Run?
I don't think so, no.
So there's a race that they do, and like anybody can do it. You just have to know like the right people to talk to make an actual like timed attempt. They go from the Red Ball Garage in New York City to the Parafino Inn in California, and it's timed from New York to California across the country. And I think the record's like 19 hours. But there's a guy, he had a Mercedes, and he like built these like custom fuel tanks. And what he'd do is he'd pull up to the middle of the pumps, swipe his credit card in one side, and then his co-driver would swipe the other side, and they grab the gas and fill each fuel cell up at the same time. And he said it saves like 5 minutes, and they make like 4 stops.
Yeah, it sounds good. Probably like. Yeah, he's probably he must be getting like 600 miles on his tank then.
I mean,
that's probably like a 2,400 mile run, I would think.
2,400 is the. I think 2,800 is. No, it's like 20. I want to say it's 2,100, like straight across from coast to coast. But till you get on roads and stuff and making turns and all that.
Yeah, because I see loads from like Phoenix to Pennsylvania, and I think they're like 22 or 2,300 miles. That's what I was thinking. It's probably somewhere around 25, 26 or something.
Yeah.
Damn, it sucks. It's so windy here, and I only brought. Why didn't I put my jacket in my suitcase? It sucks. Yesterday it was so hot and humid, and now it's like, well, it's been raining all day here, so now it's all cold.
Where are you at?
In Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. It's cold here today too. It was like 60, 63.
Yesterday it was like 80 something, like 81 or 82, and I was in Indiana also. And pretty much all I did with today was like drive 80 miles, deliver, and then drive 30 miles to the dealership. Well, I went to the Love's, but they weren't able to fix the issue. They said they didn't really want to start on it and charge me money because they said all they could do was like check the refrigerant level and fill it, but if it had a leak, they couldn't get parts for it. So they recommended to just go to the dealership. It would be probably less of a hassle.
Yeah.
And the only place that CRST allows to do air conditioning on the trucks is either Love's or the dealership or the CRST shop. So I tried Love's and it didn't work out, so then I just came here. What is a Chevrolet Trax?
No, Truth News.
Chevrolet Trax.
I'm not even gonna answer that.
I think that's like a very I like that's probably like some SUV if I'm not mistaken.
Let's say I think it was an SUV.
Okay, let me
Never heard
Google
of
it
it.
then. Oh yeah, it's a compact SUV.
Okay.
Oh,
It
like
doesn't even have a picture of it. It's so new. Like the guy's picture of his car is not even there.
Holy fuck! It only has a 1.4 liter turbo engine. That engine
What?
is so fucking.
is that a
That
3
engine
or
is.
is that a 3 or a 4?
I'd be surprised if it is in the okay. It's a 4-cylinder.
Okay.
I'm surprised with a name like Trax. Trax sounds like kind of like a badass off-roading SUV name, like
Yeah.
a model almost.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Well, when I used to race RC cars, we always bought the Traxxas. That's like the first thing that popped in my head.
I mean, I think the generation might be new.
You know what they need to
given
bring
that-
back?
Oh, what?
They need to bring back the Aztec.
Isn't that GMC?
No, that was Pontiac. Pontiac's out of
Pontiac.
business.
Pontiac. Yeah, I think that was what was his name? Mr. White.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
that's-
He had
Yeah.
a track. He had one of those, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Dude, you could open up the hatch.
Anymore.
They had a camper, like a tent add-on. You could open up the hatch and you'd have this like tent thing that like sticks out, and you get like an extra like 3 feet of bed space in it. And it had like zip up windows and stuff. That was rad.
Crazy. Alright, I'm gonna get off of here. This guy's gonna be here in a minute.
Alright, good to know.
I'll join when I get to the hotel. Alright, bye.
Get there safe. Yeah, see you, man.
I gotta take a whiz
Alright.
and check the chicken.
Baked?
Fried, grilled.
I wasn't asking a question. I was just saying baked.
What?
I wasn't asking him a question. I was just saying baked. Because I already know he's not going to fry or grill it. He just bakes it.
Damn. Oh wait, I should know that too. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you were literally there. Damn, bro. Come on, bro. You're like hopping off. You're supposed to know these things.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Kind of does actually.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Ugh. My grandmother fell today.
What the fuck?
It was I was at work. It's like 8:30. No, it's like 8:30 or so. And my dad gets a call. My grandmother was in the grocery store parking lot, and she was putting stuff in the back of they have like one of them hatchback SUVs, and she hit the button for the gate to come down, and she took one step back, tripped on the curb, spun around, and like fell right on her shoulder.
That sounds like Looney Tunes shit. To be honest with you, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, no, well,
Damn,
she
how did that happen?
displaced and broke her clavicle, which is okay.
Oh.
Nothing major. It's not her back or her head. It's
That's
honestly,
crazy,
it's
though.
not that bad. She was like talking to me and shit with her arm in a sling.
Dude, that's fucking wild.
But so they she called my sister had to drive her to the hospital to get it checked out. But I got to go with my sister to my grandparents' house and make sure the dog didn't tip over my grandfather all day while she was gone.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, it was. So we were like sitting there like bullshitting. We're watching like Chesapeake, Virginia documentaries and shit on TV, and I'm just like hanging out with him and the dog, and it's like 10:30, and he's like, he gets up to make a sandwich, and he's like, "Do you want a sandwich?" I'm like, "I'm not really hungry yet." He's like, "There's beer in the fridge." And I'm like,
talking my language.
yeah, I'm like, okay. So I get up and I get a beer. And we're sitting there like bullshitting. And they have this old like grandfather clock and he went to wind it up.
Oh, those shits are nice, dude.
Yeah, and I told you about his prednisone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was standing up straight and I guess he stepped wrong and his knee like kind of, it wouldn't go straight. So his knees were bent and he was kind of like turning and folding over a little bit. And he tells the dog, they have a Labradoodle, tells the dog to come here. And the dog like goes right next to him and he grabs the dog by in between her shoulder blades and tries to like push himself back up.
Oh my
And
god.
then he looks at me, he's like, come here. He's like, help me up. So he's holding on to the dog and I just like lift him up and he's fine. But yeah, we're sitting there watching yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We're watching The Revenant and it's like 2 in the afternoon. And I'm like, hey grandpa. He's like, yeah. I'm like, guess what? He's like, what's that? I'm like, the shop's paying me to sit here and drink beer and watch movies with it. And he starts laughing so hard. He has to grab his inhaler out of his shirt pocket and like take a couple puffs. Yeah, that was awesome. I worked like literally 45 minutes today. And the rest I was babysitting my grandfather and the dog.
Dude, that's crazy. That's awesome though.
Yeah, but now my grandmother's in a sling, so it doesn't set funny. And she's going tomorrow to see if she can still go on vacation because we're going to North Carolina next week.
Okay.
And their dog is at my parents' house, so she doesn't knock either of them over.
Oh, does your dog like run around a lot or some shit?
Oh yeah, they used to back when my grandparents were still working at the shop. We have videos of their dog when she was a puppy, like, and my dog was chasing her around the office all over the place.
Okay. I mean, that's cool though. Well, speaking of that though, I mean, okay, so just double checking, your grandparents are all good. They're okay.
Oh yeah, oh
Like they're shooting the shit. They can make jokes about this shit.
yeah.
I have a question. You ever notice this shit? Like, for some reason, old people fall in like slow motion. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they don't fall fast like a regular person. They fall in slow motion where they slowly like crumble down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. His knees were bent and he like couldn't straighten them. And then he was standing there and he was like trying to go up, but he was going down and kind of twisting. And then he grabbed a hold of the dog.
That's why I wanted to double check if I can laugh about it or if like, I actually had to like this was serious. That's why I was like, all right, okay. I'm glad they're okay. So that means I can just say something, dude. That is, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a fucking skit. That sounds like a bit that somebody does just to get a joke, because that really is how that shit goes. It really is just someone press a slow motion button on a fucking remote,
Yeah.
and that's what it looks like.
I'll tell you one that's even funnier. My
Yeah, what's up?
so that's on my dad's side. Now my mom's side, last week, her mom had a heart attack at work. And she fell over at work and it's a bunch of old women, so they can't get her up, and they got an ambulance, and she went to the hospital,
Oh, wow.
and they checked her out. Turns out she has one artery is like at her heart, 160% blocked, and two of them are 80% blocked. So
Oh, what the fuck?
they went into her wrist and put stents in two of them to widen it. But it's like that day she was up and awake, and my mom's at the hospital, and that grandmother's going on vacation too with us. So my mom's listening to the nurse, and all this and that, and my grandmother's looking at her, kind of funny. So my mom goes, do you have a question for the nurse or anything? And she doesn't ask a question. She just looks at the nurse and says, I'm going on vacation next week. And the nurse is like, oh yeah? Yeah. And then my grandmother's like, yeah, I'm going. Like, she didn't give a shit if they told her to stay in bed for 2 weeks. She's fucking going.
Dude, wait a minute. Okay. That's actually fucking scary. Like, I don't know. I can't joke about that one. That's actually fucking scary. The fact that her arteries are that clogged is insane to me.
She was home the next day. They put the stent in the same day, and she was home the next day.
That is ridiculous. That means you understand, though, like, what that means, right? You understood that basically her heart was working overtime, putting down
Yeah.
the pressure
Yeah.
to get that shit to work? That is fucking ridiculous.
And she didn't have high blood pressure either.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's like the weirdest thing to hear about.
Yeah, because when my dad called and said she fell and she's in the hospital, I'm like, oh no, she had another stroke. Because she had two of those already.
Bro,
But yeah,
that is gnarly as fuck.
yeah, this woman is fucking determined to go on vacation.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's scary. Like, I'm glad she's doing alright, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, my grandfather had to get a stent put in. And
Oh my
at the hospital, they have a special channel. You can look up what procedure you're getting, and they'll show you how they do it. They'll have like animated graphics and all that and stuff. Well, back then they went in through your groin
Ugh.
with the stent in.
God, don't even fucking say that.
Yeah, and they show the part where they put it in through the guy's groin, and my grandfather's like, "No, they're not."
Yeah,
And
exactly. That's
I'm
what
like,
saying.
what do you mean? And he's like, they're not touching me there.
They're not touching-
And my grandma's like, now Jim, you're gonna be asleep the whole time. You don't know where they're gonna touch you. He's like, they ain't touching me there. He's like, I hold my breath. They ain't touching me there.
Good on your grandpa, though. Like, no, I agree with him on that kind of shit. If I had to be in the same situation, that's my same reaction. Listen, unless you already knocked me out and they did it without me knowing, I do not want anything going up my fucking, like, taint or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what they do.
They literally
The
stick it
way
through
it
your
makes
taint.
the sound- Yeah, so they do make a hole in your fucking taint between your asshole and your dick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's closer to your nuts, but still your
Wait,
taint.
so okay. So they make a hole underneath your basically in the little landing pad between your
Yeah.
asshole and your nuts.
It's literally like an 1/8 inch incision, and they just like
Dude,
shove
that
some
is
shit up there.
Scary. That is scary. That's like putting a charging cable up your ass. It's like a
Yeah.
phone. That's so weird.
Oh shit! I think I told Truce, but not you. When my dad was little, my grandfather went in. I think it was for his heart, and he was in the hospital, and they were going to visit him, and they were talking to the doctor, and he had a blood transfusion. He's allergic to like Splenda, the fake sugar.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, when he
Are
got
you allergic to that?
yeah, when he got the blood transfusion, the person that had the blood must have had coffee with Splenda in it, and they gave him the blood transfusion, and his body like started having a reaction to it because they literally pumped fake sugar into him.
They don't check for this shit. You're telling me
They
really
they
don't
didn't
check
back
for
then. This is like the 80s.
Oh, this is a long time ago.
Yeah, this is the 80s. So
okay. Alright.
the only thing he could think to do was grab his cup of water because they had the curtains closed to let him sleep. Throws it through the curtain, and they see it. They run to him, and he's like, his body's like shutting down on the fucking bed. And they
There must be a chemical in the fake sugar.
yeah, there's something he's allergic to. But they wheel his ass out in front of his wife and 3 kids. And he said he'll never forget the face on those kids because he told them he'd be home by Christmas, and this is like the day before Christmas Eve.
Man, that's fucked up.
They get him fixed up, and he calls my grandmother and tells her it's like Christmas Eve. He tells her they're letting me go tomorrow. I'll call you back. So next morning he calls again and tells her, hey, I'm being released like right now. Come and get me. So he looks in the window, sees her pulls up to the parking lot, and then he rips all the shit off of him, all the IVs and heart monitor and all that, and then like bolts for the elevator, goes down the elevator, goes to the first floor, and then like goes into the car in the gown. They didn't release him. He just left.
I don't blame them if they're that fucking. Like, I understand it's back in the day. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, let me ask you this question first before I say anything more. You ever do that shit where it's like it has to be like a real critical fucking situation for you to go to the hospital? Like,
Oh, all
little
the
things
time.
you're not gonna go to the fucking hospital for, or unless you
All the
do.
time.
Are you that kind of guy?
Yeah, all the time.
You go to the hospital all the time?
No, never.
Okay, but like you know what I mean. Like, let's say you fucking cut kind of deep into your hand or some shit. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, it'll
Yeah,
heal over.
that's what super
Like,
glue's
you're not
for.
gonna go exactly. That's exactly what super glue used to be for.
Oh yeah, I got
For sure.
scars all
Okay,
over my
so-
hands from super glue.
Alright. So that means we're on the same page about this shit. That means that, like, this is the shit I'm talking about, right? I think in my mind, if I was there for your grandpa, I kind of see what the fuck's going on. He probably already didn't fucking like hospitals. It seems like he didn't like hospitals. And to imagine that basically a hospital almost killed a motherfucker, I would also be scarred for life to never want to ever go to another hospital again. So I'm not surprised he bolted straight through the fucking elevator and down into the car. Dude, that is scary. It's like the fact that you're more safe in a car compared to a hospital is stupid to me.
No,
That shit is scary, bro.
when I was little, he got released from the hospital from a heart surgery, and this was after I saw him go code blue on a stretcher and then wheeling him down the hallway.
Oh, whoa.
And it was like 6 hours after he got released. Dad had the bright idea, we're gonna go get clams and shrimp, and we're gonna do like a little boil for him. It's just him, me, my grandfather, and my grandmother. He cooked dinner. Well, we sit down, start eating clams, and they have a thing hooked up to him that like monitored his heart or something, like his temperature and all that.
Yeah.
And this thing
Like,
starts.
his vitals and shit, yeah.
Yeah, this thing starts like going off, and
Oh, damn.
yeah, like it's time to go, like right fucking now. And we didn't even get to eat yet. And we get into the car, haul ass out of the hospital. Here he got staph and had to spend another 2 weeks in the hospital for them to get this infection out of him.
Dude, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he got staph like twice.
I don't know, man. That's fucking crazy. The shit that he like just went through just with his health is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he was just telling me
That's so
today.
insane.
he had his right knee replaced 3 times, his left knee replaced 2 times. He had each shoulder done twice.
Dude, at that point, he already sounds like RoboCop.
That's the joke. I'm like, they're just gonna keep working on you until you're the Bionic Man, and then you live forever.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Inspector Gadget with just switching out parts.
He got a pacemaker, and the last time he went on a cruise, they both forgot, and he walked through the metal detector, and this thing's like going off like the fucking 4th of July, because he's got all this metal on him, and they're like, sir, did you empty your pockets? And he said, yeah, I got a pacemaker. And they're like, you shouldn't be walking through this thing if you have one of those.
That is true. That shit could fuck up the rhythm of your heart. But I mean, damn, bro, that's crazy to think about. Technically, right? You have something that's keeping your heart beating at a rhythmic pace,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have reinforced legs. Not to mention, at this point, you probably have reinforced arms. At this point, eventually, you could turn your entire body into like an exosuit.
Yeah, fuck, nothing's gonna kill this
I
man.
don't-
He's like fallen so many times in the house too, and they just pick him up and he's good.
I don't think that's something to brag about.
No, I mean you cannot kill this man.
Yeah, but like, don't jinx it, though. Don't fucking jinx it, dude.
Yeah,
Don't be like, oh, he's fallen so many times. He will never die, dude. You don't want that on your conscience.
At work, I used to go up and get water, and the office was like right behind the water cooler, and he'd say, come in here. Back when he was getting his heart worked on again, or after he got his heart worked on, he got fluid build up in it, and they didn't catch it right away.
Oh wow.
And he'd tell me, he'd say, come in here. Like, okay. So I walk into the office, and he'd tell me, I'm gonna take a nap, and I'm not gonna wake up. He said, your dad did real good in the shop, and I'm proud to see you and your sister. And like the first couple times he did this, I was like tearing up and shit. And I'd go out and like smoke half a pack of cigarettes before coming back to work.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, but after about 2 years, I'm like, all right, Grandpa, I'll see you Monday.
So he just says that shit preemptively, like every once in a while?
Yeah, he'd just tell me. It's like I'm dying.
No, but this is just him saying it as he takes a nap at the fucking shop?
Yeah, he'll take a nap after lunch and he'll tell me to come in the office.
You know, I mean, I guess I kind of. Actually, no, I'm fucking lying. I don't fucking understand. That's fucking funny to me. That's the most morbid like joke ever.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I like dark humor, so I fuck with this guy. Your grandpa's fucking funny with that. But at that point, it's like the problem is, if it ever does happen, you'll never know when it's a joke.
I'm gonna piss my dad off so bad when he tells me one morning, hey, Grandpa died. I mean, like, yeah, fuck off, yeah, right.
Exactly, that's what I would think. Cause I wouldn't be able to like believe it. That's the thing about crying wolf. Like, it's a good joke. That shit is funny as hell. But damn, bro, I would never know if he ever actually did go.
No,
Like,
I won't
never
believe
be able
it.
to take it seriously. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, I keep telling him when you do die, I'm gonna take some of your ashes. I'm gonna sprinkle some in your coolant tank. I'm gonna sprinkle some on your office chair, on your desk, on your seat at the shop. I'm like, you're never gonna leave there. And he's like, don't do that. He's like, if you do that, he's like, ah man, I should beat your ass right now.
Did he ever talk about what he'd want whenever
Yeah.
he does go?
He wants cremated.
Cremated? Like,
Mhm.
does he care about what happens to his ashes?
Well, the one thing he did request, he had him and his brother had a cottage out in Maryland on a river.
Yeah.
I forget where, but he said he wants some spread there. And I guess next time we go to North Carolina after he passes, we're gonna take him on the fishing boat.
Oh wow.
Spread some ashes in the ocean.
Okay. So he does have a plan. Like he does have an idea of what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Because if we didn't know, my question after would have been like, just basically asking you like, what would be like one of his favorite things. Like for example, if he fished a lot, you could go to his fishing spot.
Oh
That
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
So
We
like,
would
he
have
has
done
an
that.
idea.
We're doing that whether he wants it or not. I know he'd want it. I want to take a little vial of them. Put it on his desk at work.
I don't know. I have a couple ideas. Speaking of that, like, if whenever you do go, do you have an idea of what you want?
Yeah, I know exactly what I want.
You mind talking about it?
Oh hell yeah! I want
Alright.
at my hunting spot. I want some of my ashes there.
Uh,
I want. Well, this is if I die young. Like if I got hit by a car tomorrow, and
okay. Yeah.
they're in my humidor under my cigars. I have a paper. My sister is the only one that knows about this paper, and I wrote down how I want my shit divided and what I want done. And yeah, I want it at my hunting spot. I want it my ashes where Dad and I had a tree stand together that we used to hunt out of. Down at the archery club on the river. And next time somebody goes deep sea fishing, spread some out there. And then whatever's left, divide them however you want. Enough of me to go around. Dude, I'm scrawny as shit, so I don't know how much ashes I'm gonna make.
I mean, okay, so we can actually calculate that. So you have to think about it like this. Oh, not to mention, depending on how much fat you have on your body,
Not a
it would
lot.
actually cost more or less. You know, you definitely don't have much.
Like
fat.
none.
You're more lean than anything. There's actually a thing I was looking this up. It was a long while ago. I was looking this up. There's a calculator on like how to know how much ashes you're gonna make. Body calculator. I don't know if I can find it right now. Let me try to see.
What do you want?
Me?
Yeah.
You're talking to me specifically?
Yeah.
Shit, man. To be honest with you, I don't give it too much of a thought. I've had a couple ideas in my mind, but you know, like how you talk about that whole like splitting up possessions and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
have that part in my mind, but I do have a couple ideas about the ashes thing. Cause yeah, I do want to be cremated. I don't want to be fucking buried. That shit is a fucking scam, dude. This shit is so fucking stupid.
You have to
Like,
pay
bro,
for them
you're
to
just
take
gonna
care of
get
it.
buried, but not even that, right? It's like you're getting buried in this fucking wooden box. You're taking so much space under the fucking ground. You're just gonna rot away anyways. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It makes no sense. And then like what? Your family has to pay like 10 grand or some dumb shit just to put me in a box in the ground.
That's
Doesn't
for
that
the
sound
plot.
insane?
Plot, the casket, and then plus they have to pay so much a year for upkeep.
That's what I mean. Like, doesn't that sound insane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the whole cremation thing. Definitely yeah, cremated. But what I want to do, I actually looked into a couple of things. So there's two things I was actually thinking. Jack. One was that I actually wanted my ashes to be buried like with a seed. It's called. I forgot what it was called exactly. But the idea is that they infuse it with like a seed pod, and what that does is that they plant the seed, and it also uses your ashes as nutrients, and so it turns into a giant fucking tree. So it's like it turns into an oak tree, and your ashes help like grow it at the beginning.
They're gonna
I
be
think that's
somebody's
fucking sick.
furniture.
Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I hope not. I mean, I guess it would be kind of cool if I'm like rocking there or some shit. But the other thing that I actually really looked into that I thought was really cool was that if you don't know, you can get your ashes pressed into into a vinyl record. So you can turn your ashes into a vinyl record.
Oh, that'd be rad. What would your record be?
Huh?
What would your record be?
Damn, that's the problem. That's the part that I don't know. I have so many ideas on what the song could be, but I'd want it to be like a pretty nice vinyl record, like a nice full 12-inch. Nice 12-inch, or actually, no, maybe even a 7-inch so it's easier to like. So, so it represents my original size.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it would be easier to play. I think that's the vinyl. I think that's the record set that I can play. No, I can play both. I have a vinyl record system in my living room that like I have like built and like all that shit, blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, that sounds like a cool idea. Getting turned into a record, insane. Not to mention, how cool would it be, like your own custom song? Dude, wait a minute, I just had a great fucking idea. I could just make my own song. I could make my own song that I could get pressed onto that vinyl record. How fucking sick would that be?
They're pretty rad.
Right? Yeah, okay. Okay, the more I think about it, the more this is solidified in my head. Like, the more that I think I'm actually gonna do this. I'll make my own custom song, just name myself, and then just, like, have it stamped on it. Dude, that's insane. That sounds really fucking cool. Okay, alright, I think that actually is my plan.
I want the Misfits Evil Live EP.
No way, really?
Yep, I'd be pressing that. That was the album I learned to play bass on.
Oh, wow, okay.
I literally taught myself how to play bass on that album.
Dude, that's actually really cool.
Speaking of, no, I did not do it yet.
Do what?
The bass line.
The bass lines?
Still at my fucking parents.
It's okay. I'm not pressing you about it.
I know, I want to do it. Keep
I
forgetting.
know.
I
feel
gotta whiz and check this chain real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm back.
I forgot to ask. It was a while ago, but I might as well ask now. What happened to your girlfriend?
She couldn't get her mic working.
Oh, then wasn't somebody supposed to tell her how?
Yeah, Sanders.
What happened to that?
I don't know what happened to him.
I don't know. Is she gonna come back and try it again or no?
I don't like no.
The only reason I'm asking is you said like she wanted to do the podcast. Oh, speaking of that, is that running still or did you turn it off a while ago?
No, that's all.
Okay, good, because I was about to say technically if you like there's always this fucking curse or some shit that happens where when you have it turned off we actually start talking about stories. And then when you don't, that's a problem.
Yeah. Fuck off. Yeah, it's still going. Oh, shit. So I got this fucking cough. I had a wicked flu last week.
Oh, flu?
Yeah. Yeah, for like 2 days, I was coughing up like green phlegm.
Hmm.
That's like that's a pretty wicked infection if you got green phlegm coming up. I'm like, if this thing lasts like a week, I'm gonna go to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine, right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine now.
I don't know, I'm just thinking about that whole like cremation thing. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, where do you want your ashes spread at?
Hmm. Well, I mean, I do like the idea of the vinyl market, but I guess if I had to pick spreading my ashes,
Yeah.
damn, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I couldn't. Let me just give it a bit of thought. Let me actually give it a bit of thought instead of just being like, oh, I don't fucking know. Hmm. What if, okay, so you said, where did you say?
So up where I hunt at, I want them spread where my spot is now. I want them at the tree where my dad and I had a tree stand together when I first started hunting. And next time somebody goes deep sea fishing in North Carolina, I want them spread out there. And then divide them up between whoever wants them. And at the archery club in the river. I love fishing in the river.
Hmm. Hmm. All right, I got it. I think I do. I think I actually have this. Ah, if I really had to pick, I don't know. I don't think it would be like really that sentimental, to be honest with you, because the thing is, right? To to not just be sentimental, but rather to pick some place would mean that it means a lot to a person. For you, you picked your place because it meant a lot to you, right? But
Yeah.
Damn. To be honest, I don't know. How do I say this? I don't have an exact place, but my idea it wouldn't be it wouldn't be in terms of like where oh you just scatter my fucking ashes all over in the ocean. Like it kind of that's kind of like how everybody goes about it. I think personally, I want to be like I want it to be used for something. I'm not talking about like the vinyl record or the thing. Like well I did mention that, but if I had to like scatter it, I'd want it scattered where it's actually something that's beneficial in a way.
Yeah.
Because ashes is pure carbon, right?
Mhm.
So what feeds off of carbon? What's something
Plants.
plants, right? So I'm thinking more of like algae, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's photosynthesis. They do a lot of shit like that. I'm trying to think about something very specific. There's something in the back of my mind. I just don't remember what it's called. Okay, you know what? I got it. I want somebody in my family or whoever the fuck has my ashes for some reason. Maybe I get passed down to some random motherfucker and they just have me. I don't care. It doesn't matter who I end up with. At that point, you're already dead. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
But I guess at this point, probably go back into South America, go find a sand dune, and then just wait till it's windy as shit. Open up the fucking urn, and just let me become one with the sand. Let me
pretty
go
rad.
back to where I was, dude. Right? That sounds like a good idea. It's not that bad of an idea. I just get basically I blend in with the sand in the sand dunes.
Yeah.
I become one with the ground. Kind of go back, yeah. I think that's a cool idea. If I had to really pick being like scattered somewhere, I definitely want to be like the sand that some dude in an off-road pickup truck is gonna try to go over and then get stuck in.
Yeah.
There's something really funny about that. I don't know. It's just such a shitty answer to be honest with you, but it's my answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's what you want.
Yeah. Still though, I can't say I definitely go about that. I definitely do the vinyl record thing. That shit sounds way cooler to me. To be able to produce my own custom song
Yeah.
would be amazing to stamp on my own vinyl record. There's something crazy cool about that. It's one of a kind too.
Wouldn't it be rad if they could make like a clear one too, and then you could see like the ash specks in it?
Whoa.
That'd be fucking sweet.
How cool would it be if you were to mix it in and then have the ashes kind of like look like stars, so it looks like the Milky Way galaxy?
Yeah, that'd be rad.
That
Oh,
would
to
be
get your
so
ashes
fun.
in like a painting or something too.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I think there was a guy that did that. Yeah, yeah, he was on Ripley's. Yeah.
He painted with ashes.
Yep.
So was like a grayscale kind of painting, or is like a like what?
Well, or he mixed it in wherever he could.
Oh.
Like he'd
Okay.
paint your favorite place with your ashes in it.
Oh, that's interesting, dude. That's why I always try to like figure out like if you were to paint with ashes, right? It does create a different substance. Rather, like it tints the paint. But I
Yeah.
guess if you mix it in, it just you wouldn't know the ashes are there, or did he do it where you can see the ashes? Like,
Well, I don't know how you have to mix it because it is carbon and it's gonna decompose if it's in open air.
I guess so. That is true. I guess yeah.
I mean,
don't know.
I guess they seal them too.
Yeah. Definitely bizarre though. I mean, it's a cool idea. Speaking of that, what the fuck happened to Ripley's? I don't even know what happened to Ripley's, believe it or not. I used to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's on TV. There's still one in Ocean City.
Oh man.
I went to the one in Key West.
Oh, Key West. What was that? Florida or?
Yeah,
was
Florida.
that- Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the one in
Yeah,
Key
dude,
West
I
was
heard
fucking
about
rad.
have a question. You ever watch a YouTuber called Dovidas?
Nope.
Damn. All right. Okay. Never mind that. Forget what I'm talking about. It
Okay.
has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Then. But yeah. So there's a guy in Key West that paints with ashes.
No. I went to the Ripley's, like the actual physical museum
Okay.
in Key West, Florida.
Oh, okay. Dude, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Now that I think about it, it just kind of vanished into the distance, huh? It just vanished
Yeah.
in people's minds. Like I haven't heard shit about it ever since.
There's a documentary on Rob Ripley. I'll see if I can find it, and then I'll send it to you.
Anything interesting? Like, was he like what? What happened?
Yeah, like it was like during the Depression, and he was gonna be like a cartoonist for a sports paper, and that didn't pan out, and then he ended up he saw like something interesting, and then did a cartoon about that, and I guess the paper liked it. Yeah, and then he had a radio show where he'd like travel around the world and like watch tribes like shrink heads and shit.
What the fuck? Actually, I've heard about that. That's a real thing. That shit's crazy.
It was like a Saturday morning radio show.
Not to mention, that whole shrinking head thing is so bizarre because I've seen what you're talking about, like where, sometimes tribes like behead people and like they somehow shrink their head using some sort of pickling thing. But then there's the other thing. Remember the whole Zika virus and how it causes like small like heads for babies?
Yeah.
Dude, that is horrific. What I've seen like a kid with a tiny head, like get born like that. It is fucking scary. That shit is so scary. Like I don't even know what to think. Could you imagine if we had that shit over? Well, there probably is some version, but not widespread enough that it's like noticeable. But imagine the kids that are born here in the U.S. They all had like small heads with the virus, just spread by fucking mosquitoes. You understand how fast mosquitoes would be eradicated at that point?
Yeah, like Zika virus didn't really like hang out too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it.
Hmm.
It's like 2 hours long.
I don't know though. It's just something. It's something interesting like about that. It is horrific too. Just the fact that there's this virus and this really hard to kill little fucking insect that just destroys something in a kid, like just as you're being made. It's something ridiculous. I don't understand how that even works.
Dude, what the hell do mosquitoes even do?
Dude, they're assholes.
They're just fucking pests.
They are. Actually, the only thing I've heard the argument is that there there's some sort of what's the word for it? There's some sort of balance to an ecosystem because their biomass is useful for like fish and like lizards and shit. But I've heard a lot of people call bullshit on that, mainly because it's just there's so many other things.
Yeah, I hate the little bastards. You know, I've been getting fucking dengue fever like 3 times a year.
For dengue? Oh yeah, you were telling me about this
Yeah.
shit. Dude,
Yeah, I showed you the picture when I got it on my arm.
what the fuck did you just send me? That screenshot was weird.
Oh yeah, there's another one too. That's really. Yeah, I sent you the picture of my arm that one time.
Dude. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was like all fucking swollen and had that. You could literally see where the infection was like working its way down my arm.
Dude, that shit is always scary to me. Like, we're kind of talking about a lot of things, but that's like one of the things I think about sometimes. You've ever, like, I wonder, back in the day, that's probably like how That's probably how like what's the word for it? That's like how superstition and like shit like that probably spread around. Because if somebody back in the day were to like see some shit like that, basically slowly crawling through their fucking vein,
Yeah.
you understand? Like they probably thought they got possessed or like fucking bewitched or some shit. That's crazy. It's like things like that. Speaking of that, remember that the whole thing? This one was a pretty famous one. Remember that whole like thing of everybody was just dancing. There's like a giant group of people that are dancing and they dance to death because of that, because they were fearing their god.
Yeah, it was mass hysteria.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Just the fact that overthinking caused that is ridiculous to me. So
Yeah.
if someone were to see the shit that you were talking about, where it just crawled up your arm or seemingly crawled up your arm,
Like
there's
literally,
no way. Huh?
they within 3 days, this thing was like moving an inch.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, there's no way that people wouldn't have thought like a witch like hexed them or something like that. That's crazy.
The medication was terrible.
The medication.
They gave me anti-malarial antibiotics.
Whoa.
Them things
that
are
harsh?
fucking wild.
In what way? Like, are they?
Oh,
are
man.
they mood altering? Or are they harsh? Like, what's up?
I was up for like 3 days straight, constantly having hallucinations.
Oh, so it's like what's the word for it? So it's like it is like a hallucinogen. It's like a real like hardcore kind of drug, or
Well, I looked up the drug, and it's what they parachute into Africa for the kids that have malaria.
really?
Yeah, I was up. Now, when I say 3 days straight, I mean I got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, huh. That's still really bad.
Yeah, but now technically you can stay up for I think it's 2.5 days before you start having like hallucinations and stuff. But I mean, like, it was like I took these and the next day I was hallucinating and shit.
Oh man, that sounds fucking rough. But I don't know. Like obviously it helped, but this is shit I always think about. I always think about how the fuck does that help you? Oh, as you're hallucinating, like what is it doing specifically? To
No,
target
I
your
still
body?
have the pills. I could get them.
Really? What the fuck?
Yes, I didn't finish them.
So does that mean you could trip balls at any point that you want, or is this just something you're not supposed to be taking on your own without there actually being a reason? Oh, never mind. I think if anybody is listening, I think he just wants to go get the pills. Ugh, I didn't even know he had this fucking pills still.
What's this prescription here?
It's still fucking bizarre to me that you still have these pills though.
1 tablet twice daily until finished. I got 20 of them.
You still have 20?
No, the prescription was for 20. I have 1,
Oh, okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 of them.
Dude, what the fuck? What are you even planning to do with them? Why do you still have them?
I never finished them.
Like, why do you even have them?
They were that intense. I only took 13, 14, 15. I only took 7 of them. Yeah, it's let me see here. I'll share my screen and do a little Google search here.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, so you can see these things.
Give me a second. Let me get my it up on my screen. Alright, I'm looking.
Alright, fucker.
Just download Google? Oh, dude, you did not search Google through Yahoo.
Fuck off. Alright, let's see. SULFAN.
This is not the first one? The second one?
This one. Shit. Fucking tense. Vacation should not be 2 months, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, you have to take it with food too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite.
Jesus fucking Christ. And this was for that. What did you say it was for again?
Cellulitis.
And what exactly is cellulitis?
So it's dengue fever.
Right.
Yes. Uses. Yeah, dysentery.
Oh my.
You know what that is?
Like it's like that.
Yeah, it's that intense of a drug that they prescribe it for dysentery.
Dude, that's fucking ridiculous. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't even know you could still get dysentery in this day and age.
Dude, this is a third world country drug right here.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't cure STDs.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't think that should cure STDs.
Side effects. Black shit, blisters, peeling, losing skin, changing skin color, chest pain or tightness, cough, hoarseness, general feeling, weakness, tiredness, headache, itchy, skin rash. Yeah, stuff was. Moxicillin was fucking awful too. I hated that.
Moxicillin?
Yeah.
Bizarre, dude.
I don't think I finished that one either.
Okay. So you're telling me you just have these random drugs laying around?
No. Moxicillin is to cure infections, chest infection, dental. Stomach ulcer. Huh. Yeah, those are these side effects. One of them gave me chest pains, I remember that.
Oh, that reminds me of that old.
That shit. I hit the wrong button.
That's ancient.
Huh?
Nah, it's an old thing. It doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, man, but that fucking sulfamphorexazole. That stuff
Really sucking
sucks.
at that, huh?
You saw how it was spelled.
Yeah, I know. That shit was AIDS.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Dude. I don't know, man. That shit is fucking brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if it worked out for you, it's fine. The means justify the no, what's the word? The ends justify the mean at this in this point of time, so it is fine, I guess. Whether or not it mattered doesn't matter anymore as long as you're fine.
Well, I mean, it killed it in like 4 days. That's
So
why
it
it
did
kept
its
them.
job. So what you're telling me, yes, it did its job.
Oh yeah, next time I get cellulitis, I'm gonna pop like 8 of them bitches. And then,
Don't those shits expire? I always thought those supposed to expire.
who knows? But I'm gonna pop like 8 of those bitches. And I'm not even gonna go to the doctor.
Are you, Speaking of that, I wonder what happens if you take an expired pill, though.
Joey Diaz took an expired Vicodin one time.
Oh my god, dude. Through the fucking detergent and everything coming out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, oh
he
my
said that was
God.
wild.
Dude, he couldn't feel his body. He was out of his fucking mind. Apparently it heightens it because it like makes it stronger.
Well, you watched The Wolf on Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when they took the, what was it, the lemon, like, it was the L20.
Eldon. Oh, okay, yeah.
He skipped the fucking dizzy phase and went right into the drool phase.
Dude. This shit was crazy. But I'm not gonna lie though. It's not even really about Wolf of Wall Street. I'm just thinking more of Joey Diaz when you're talking about that shit. I love that motherfucker. He's crazy. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Fucking Joey Coco Diaz. Honestly, I haven't watched a lot of his shit lately though.
Did you hear Elon Musk is buying Twitter?
Dude, we were actually just talking about this.
He bought Twitter.
No. He didn't do it yet. He didn't buy it yet.
They accepted his offer.
No. They accepted his offer, but it hasn't been completed just yet.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying is like, obviously, it seems like it'll exactly what's gonna happen. No. Like we were all just talking about it like before you were joining. I brought that shit. We were just talking. Dude, just fucking insane. So basically, like what I was saying was that once he does that, he has full control to mold it into however the fuck he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that fucking insane? I mean, other than the fact that, like, honestly, to be real with you, Twitter can't get any worse. I'll be honest with you.
I don't have a Twitter account.
No, but I mean, just in general, there's no way it can get any worse. There's no way that can get any worse than what it already is. Twitter's a fucking cesspool.
That's what I mean.
About ever going on there.
I never made a Twitter account because it's a fucking hellhole.
It is. Guaranteed it is.
Twitter and TikTok I will never touch.
If he tries to make it something better, that would be amazing. If he could do anything, because if it's it's like the whole problem with giant companies like that is that there's so many different layers upon layers for an idea to go through.
Mm-hmm.
It changes so much by the end. But the great thing about smaller companies is that, for example, when they listen to feedback from their customers or rather from their clients or anything like that, then it gets heard by people that can actually make changes. So in this case, if Elon Musk actually gets control over this, maybe it won't be as bad as a lot of people are saying. I'm not some fucking like dude that's gonna like suck his dick or some shit. I'm not into that kind of shit. I'm not gay like that.
No.
My point of saying that is that I'm not like his fanboy or something. I'm just trying to be optimistic on the fact that he's about to control one of the biggest, if not the biggest, social platform on earth.
Not just social platform. This is like the world's talking space.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go in detail, but Twitter and the other ones banned like certain stories from like news articles from being posted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. These news articles
No,
could have
I know.
changed a lot.
Shit gets kind of cut out for a lot of things. And I'm not surprised. Like I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And they didn't break terms of service at all. No personal information was given or anything like that. but it's yeah, like that. Articles like that can change a lot.
Hmm. One second.
These pills are like really fucking big too.
What are they? The fucking like Deep Throat 9000 ones?
Yeah, like I was taking Alka-Seltzer, like gel capsules. I popped 2 of them because that's the dose in my mouth, and I could feel them go the whole way down my throat.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, Zyrtec used to be the worst. I got Zyrtec for poison ivy before it was over the counter. And the over-the-counter Zyrtecs are like a quarter of the size of what they used to be when you had to get a prescription. Nowadays they just give me prednisone.
Yeah, okay.
Cause I guess they don't make Zyrtec in prescription size anymore.
Well, I mean, it would be crazy if they did.
Prednisone's fucking. It's bitter. I gotta take prednisone with like black ass coffee, like crush it up and put it in milk. Yeah, I started getting prednisone when I was like 10 or something. I used to sit there and smash it up with my school ID. I was about to do a line of coke.
I don't think. No, it's because I'm also playing No Man's Sky at the same time we're just talking, chilling.
Yeah.
Are you playing anything, by the way?
No, I'll probably check out in like 12 minutes.
No worries. Pretty good though. This was a pretty good time so far.
Yeah. It was pretty rad.
I don't even know how long we've been talking. I don't even know how long your thing went.
Oh, like at least an hour and a half.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, dude. You ever figure out how to like sign off properly, or do you just like cut the stream?
No, let's cut that bitch off.
You just cut that bitch? Okay.
Yeah. What are we fancy over here?
Alright.
Yeah, about an hour and 22 minutes. How's your love life there going?
My love life, huh?
Yeah.
I'm talking to a Latina chick named Isabella. Went out on like a date like a couple days ago with her.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah,
She look
I
like.
had a good time. See, I'm not posting that yet because it's not exactly official.
Yeah.
I like to be nice about it,
You'll see what Kimmy looks like?
Dude, yeah, sure, if you want to.
I don't know if she's still listening or not, but I know she you want to send to your phone, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll take a look in a quick second. I mean, yeah, man, I'm just fucking happy for you. I'm happy that like it seems like shit's like stable so far.
Hell yeah, she stayed over Saturday too. Yeah, we're gonna go to the mountains on Memorial Day. Or this, they got this big smoke off up there. Rumjack's gonna take home the gold. She's gonna make jalapeno poppers, and I'm gonna get everybody drunk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up the bar. I already warned her that somebody says something offensive up there, don't worry about it, because they're all a bunch of bumpkins. They're what you call people of the land.
What?
I said if they say something funny about like Asians or something, or don't worry about it, bumpkins, people of the land. They don't fucking know any better. I took my buddy Louis camping one time, and they asked him. He's from Cuba, and they asked him, "Is that the place with like the dreadlocks and stuff?" And he's like, "Rumjack, these people are fucking racist. They think I'm from Jamaica."
What?
I'm like, no, they don't. They're just stupid. They don't fucking know where Cuba is. I mean, shit, you probably could have told them that you were white and from like Iowa or something, and they probably would have believed you. He's got a real thick accent.
I mean, does he have dreadlocks?
No. No, as far as I know, there's no black people in Cuba. Bro, they're
No,
Spanish.
I don't think so.
No, you gotta go like to Bahamas or Jamaica. You load that picture yet?
Ah, no, I need to. Give me a second. Hold on. Oh. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Alright, this is my phone. Alright, now I can see this shit. Did you send it?
Yeah.
You're looking in the wrong place. Hold on. Let me see this shit. Dude, she looks Asian, sure, but
Mhm.
then it's like a combination of Filipino looking. Like,
She's
she kinda
Korean.
looks almost Mexican and Asian, right?
She's Korean.
She is?
Mhm.
Hey, look at you.
Hell
You
yeah.
got a Chinese, you got a Korean.
Mm-mm.
Dude, those are next level, yeah.
Dude, Rumjack's proud as shit of himself.
Dude, you should be. Fuck yeah. I'm proud of you.
Oh shit. So last Monday I started feeling funny. And like Tuesday I started feeling real sick. Went to the grocery store and got some cans of soup. Because we were supposed to go out and play bar bingo at the Elks Lodge. And I told her I can't. I'm too sick. Like I feel like shit. And the next day I actually ended up taking off of work. I was that fucking sick. But
Oh wow.
she's like, "Do you still want me to come over?" And I'm like, I'm real sick. I'm not gonna do much, but I'll pick you up a can of soup. We'll make soup. It's like, okay. So she said I had a fever, and I believe it because I was loopy as shit. But she put me to bed, made me soup, made her soup, like made sure I took my medicine and shit, and like took care of me for like 4 hours before she left.
I mean, that's fucking nice of you, yeah. Definitely good points there to being a good boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah, but hell yeah, it was. Uh,
Damn, if only Truce was here to hear that you have a Korean girlfriend.
uh, well, you remember when we got on? I had her come on Discord and say like, "Hey, what's going
that one
on?"
time,
Yeah,
I think, yeah. Dude, oh
yeah,
my god, Truce was so fucking haywire. That was some shit. I don't even
yeah.
know what the fuck happened there. I was so confused why he did that.
But fucking me and him went. That's the night she stayed over, and him and I went on GTA for like a couple hours, just like fucking around and playing golf and shit. And he's like asking her questions and stuff.
Oh, okay, so you already talked to him, okay.
She never watched anime.
Really?
Yeah. Yesterday we were sitting in bed watching Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop's a fucking classic.
Dude, that's a good first anime to watch.
Yeah, it is.
You remember when it was on Adult Swim at like 11:30 at night?
Dude, yes.
I used to stay up all night Saturday night to catch it. They showed it again at like 1:30, and I'd see it at 1:30 because my sister would stay up till like midnight, and she didn't want to watch that. But I'll never forget, Toys in the Attic was the first episode I ever watched. You remember that one?
Which one?
It's Toys in the Attic.
In the attic?
Yeah, that's what the episode was called. It was the one where Spike kept that Ganymede lobster in the fridge, and it mutated, and it bit everybody, and he was like hunting around the ship for it, and he tried to light a cigarette with a flamethrower, and it like burnt the whole thing down to the filter.
Oh my god, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I know exactly what
yeah,
you're
it was like
talking about.
he was chasing like this blob around.
Dude, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. That shit is fucking classic.
But the fucking piano riffs and the jazz, like that shit is just awesome.
Ron? Man, the only problem that pisses me off is I'm not ignoring you. I hear exactly what you're saying. It's just playing this. Probably shouldn't play this game at the same time I'm talking to you. I really shouldn't have. it's like giving me whole sets of fucking problems.
Oh yeah, I'm about to check out anyway.
I know, but like still, it's like a whole other thing. Dude, I mean, I had a pretty good fucking time. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.